Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the SU-14-1. It's a Tier 7 Soviet SPG. It's located on the eastbourne of Malinovka, and this one is under the command of Wazwulf. And the last time we saw him, he was in the Hummel on Fjords, and he had a really good game. So I'm looking forward to seeing if he can do it the same again. Now he's got the 152mm howitzer, that's the long gun. If he had the short fat one, that will be the BR4 203mm. This gun is mounted on top of a hull that once belonged to a T-35, which is a Soviet heavy tank designed before the war. Not a very good tank actually, very poor tank actually according to David Fletcher. But it could carry a lot of weight, and that was one of the good things about being able to carry a big artillery piece across country. Okay, Wazwulf's getting into position, and he's getting ready to shoot. Okay, he's aiming towards a comet that he can see on the heights overlooking the lake. Rounds out. Now, it just lands near the comet, but he got some stun. Now, as I said, it's the 152mm howitzer, which is capable of doing, if I remember correctly, 600 alpha, yep, 38mm of pen, and the reload time is normally 23.97 seconds. Wazwulf has got it down to 21.2, so he's not 2 seconds off, and his first hit on the enemy is on the Leo, and he does 227 hit points of damage to him. You can see there's a 3 marked Centurion, it's a Carnarvon Action 10 going up the hill. So obviously that's a very good player. You don't get 3 marks on that tank unless you work it really hard, because it's a premium tank and a lot of people have them. Okay, he's looking and fires around ahead of the Alpine and stuns him. He got it close, but the Alpine changed course at the last moment, and that's how he managed to avoid the shot. Okay, the Carnarvon's now up on top of the hill, and looks like we're getting a request for fire. Was that Wazwulf indicating that's his target? Rounds out, looks good. It is 157, it landed just to the right. RNG said, nope, you're not going to get an accurate hit, but it was close. Now that T-20 is taking a bit of a risk because he's very close. And he's got fairly thin armour, which means he could actually be penned by a round from Wazwulf's Arty. Rounds out. And he got splashed for 6 there. It did track him as well. Okay, the Carnarvon's trying to get shots on our guys, who at this moment you can't see them, but they're just in the corner there. Okay, he's looking for that T-20. There he is. Okay, just dial in on target. Doesn't take long to dial in. Rounds out. Oh, the T-20 knew he had to pull back quickly if Wazwulf fired, and he got enough warning. That's the problem with the changes and the sound alerts that tells you if a shell's coming to you in your direction. The further you have to fire, the more alert that the enemy gets, the more warning that the shell's inbound, and that allows them to get out of the way if they can move fast enough. That Alpine Tiger couldn't move fast enough, and he therefore took a round, but I doubt that he's got sound warning, and the T-20 just got taken out by our Leo. I think the same's going to be true for that Black Prince. He's sitting on that corner, but we can see we're going after the Emil 1. Rounds out. Unfortunately, that one fell short. Emil 1 doesn't have as good armour as the Emil 2 or the Emil 1951. And, oh, the Alpine Tiger's following that guy down. So let's see if we can hit 3 tanks at once here. Rounds out. Oh, well, he got 2 and he stunned the other one. So he's giving his teammates plenty of opportunity to get some damage assist for him. And he's earned over 500 of that. Oh my god, big hit there. He's now earned over 1,000 from that volley. In fact, actually closer to 1,200 of, or 1,300 of stun assist. So he might have just earned an ace tanker from those shots alone, because he earned so much stun assist in a short period of time. If you happen to do a decent amount of damage, then that helps. But if you get something like 2,386 hit points of stun assist, which is what Wazwulf already has, he's got to 2,800 now. So he's well on the way to getting an ace tanker in this game. And the enemy still hasn't made it down the hill. They lost their Black Prince. The Carnarvon's pulling back. He's unhappy. In fact, actually, he's instead of pulling back, he's actually decided to choose a different route because it's a bit more open over on the other side. And they're pushing the wreck ahead of them. Well, that landed near the Carnarvon, but I think that might have actually landed near some of the others as well, because I think they're still up there. The Carnarvon's decided to come down the hill to the rock. He is probably going to come out around the rock. And oh, we can see the Alpine in the distance. And yes, he's lost a lot of hit points. Wazwulf trying to get a shot dialed in on him, but he's moving about a lot. Oh, he took one there. 120, that was a good hit. Carnarvon's gone as well. The Scorpion finished him off. And I think, which Scorpion was that? That was the tier 7 Scorpion. The American Scorpion that finished off the Carnarvon. Now, Wazwulf did get hit by some stun there, so somebody fired an Arty round in nearby. Oh, and he just killed the Alpine Tiger! He got a round near enough, close enough to take him out, and we just heard the roar of Arty, and the shell landed directly behind Wazwulf, so he moved just at the right moment to avoid any further damage. He only got stunned by that artillery round, he didn't get hit by it. But because he moved, he was able to avoid any further inconvenience. Okay, the Leo just got stunned. Okay, Wazwulf trying to get a shot now on the T-71DA. That's the one with the magazine, if I remember correctly. Up on top of the hill. There he is. Okay, now you can thread a shell through that gap. There's a rock that's parted in a V shape. If you can put the round through that, you get a direct hit on the enemy. In fact, what he did is he put the round at the rear of the T-71DA and it splashed him. He's now up to 1,026 actual damage, 3,416 stun assist. I'd be shocked if he doesn't get an ace tanker out of this game. Now pushing on the Comet. Comet has decided, I'm out of here. I'm getting out before it's too late. He's making his way to the wood, but it may be too late for him now. Yeah, he's still in close proximity to our teammates. In fact, the enemy SU-14-1 just killed our Wizzy-131. We're 2 up on the enemy at the moment. But we're slowly pressing in on the enemy. Here's the Wizzy-111, rounds out. He fired the round in, he didn't stay to have a look. Now I do say to people normally, don't do that. Fire and let's see what the shot does, where it goes. Unless of course you accidentally release the aim. Sometimes people do that if they press the wrong button just as they fire. And it takes you out of aim view. Go after the T-26E4, the super pushing. And he does it again. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to take charge of the aiming from now on to see exactly what he's doing, because otherwise we're not going to get a shot of what he's actually doing to the enemy. So I'm controlling the aim. Let's see, he's going after the CS-44. He's adjusting his aim. Rounds out. It lands short. One of the reasons why people don't like playing the SU-14-1 is because it's a bit big, a bit slow at 30 kilometers an hour top speed, and so it's easy for the enemy to spot them and take them out. But if you can play them as effectively as Wazwulf has, then yeah, you can earn a lot of credits. Rounds out in the Wizzy-111 and it lands short, but it was a stun. So he got a huge amount of stun assists there, 800 again. He's now up to 4,500 stun assists, well, 4,600 nearly. So this is a very good game for Wazwulf, very effective. Going for the SU-14-1 rounds out. Is he going to get it? Oh, so close to getting it. The Skoda T56 took the kill, but I think Wazwulf would have got it if he had been a split second earlier. The game's a victory. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for Wazwulf in the SU-14-1. I thought it would be. I didn't actually look at the screen before I played the game, but I actually was wondering, would he get it or won't he get it? He got an ace tanker in the last game with the Hummel. This one he managed to get an ace tanker as well, and he did it mainly because he did so much stun assist in this game. He got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 11. He got a Confederate as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. And in fact, he got one on the Hummel game as well. So it's 2 in a row that he's done it. Very well played indeed. Let's have a look at team score and see where he is on this one. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in the game. That went to the Batchat Barask, who got 3,179 hit points. Second highest damage, Wizzy-111-1 who got 3,145. And the third highest damage was that Carnarvon up on the hill. He did 2,591. Wazwulf got 1,241, which is not a lot of damage, but it's still enough to get an ace tanker if you have as much stun assist as he did. When it came to kills, the top shot was the Wizzy-111-1 and the Skoda and the Barask. All got 3 kills apiece. 2 kills went to the Scorpion and 1 kill went to Wazwulf. 2 kills also went to the enemy Carnarvon and their SU-130PM and their Emil 1. When it came to base XP, it was Wazwulf who did that one. Yeah, 1,345, just as in the Hummel game. He scored more XP than anyone else in the Hummel game. He's done it again, this time in the SU-14-1. It was a tier 8 game and he was tier 7, so he was bottom, well, not bottom tier, but he was lower than the top tier. That made it easier for him to earn more XP by hitting higher tier targets. And the second highest score on XP was the Barask, who managed to get 1,216. These were the only 2 players to get over 1,000. The next high scorer being the LT432 with 897. And the second one after that was the Wizzy-111-1 with 889. Wazwulf fired 22 rounds in this game. I mean, it's a lot more rounds you can fire, but it is a smaller caliber, and it's also got plenty of ammunition, which is another helpful thing for this Arty at this tier. Some of the Artys at this tier, such as the M12, are limited in the amount of ammunition they can carry, which is wrong because in actual fact they weren't limited in the field. Although the actual Arty itself didn't carry that many rounds, it normally had trucks which actually carried all the spare ammunition, as well as another ammunition carrier, which was specifically designed just to carry the shells and not the gun itself. 3 direct hits on the enemy, no penetrations but 24 splash, damage of 1,241 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He did receive 1 hit by way of splash. Yes, the enemy Arty managed to work out where he was, put a round in his direction, didn't actually hit him or splash him at all, but just stunned him. And I think that gave him the inclination to move shop. And good job he did, because the enemy tried again and they would have got a hit the next time round, but Wazwulf had already left the premises, so he'd already left the building. 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 1 killed, and 4,584 hit points of stun assist of 23 stuns. That is a huge total at tier 7. It really means that he's been getting very effective shots in sight of his teammates, who are then able to use the stun to good effect, and it shows that the standard stunning HE is still effective. You can get credits and XP from firing just standard ammo. 49,320 credits from the game. After repair and ammunition resupply took away 49,160 credits. So he didn't lose much even after the ammunition. 1,345 XP times 2 for the first victory, 4,036 from personal missions payout, and 8,072 experience points altogether. So a fantastic game there by Wazwulf. In terms of effectiveness, he really did pull the win for that for his team simply by stunning the enemy where his teammates could actually do something about it, and it paid off in spades because now he's actually managed to get a very nice XP total out of that battle. If you enjoyed that replay, please give us this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And please do remember, we've got a second channel called The General where you can watch great replays without any commentary whatsoever. I pump those replays out almost on the production line. I think some people actually say, yes, that Lacho What Replays is another site that does replays without any commentary. He must be pumping his replays out on a production line to get so many out in one day, although I suspect that he's also doing exactly the same as I am and is just whacking these replays out so quickly whilst he's doing something else. In fact, normally I'm watching other videos as well as the actual replay at the same time whilst I'm producing them, and that way I can produce a lot altogether very quickly. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, that's great. Thanks for watching.